Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praises due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahawah Kakadash, and double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone and the bishops and elders in Connecticut, and to the brothers that's out there putting their lives on the line, teaching this truth. And this y'all the mind from the Great Millstone Houston camp. And I'm gonna come with you, with a video, another lesson going into revenge, right? It's gonna be quick, nothing too long. We're gonna start off with Exodus 21 and 16. Just gonna hit some points, straight to the point. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall be put to death, right? That's going back to slavery too, slavery, they stealeth a man, and sell them. That's what they did. That's what Esau Edom did. Took us, sold us off, and all that. And and to this day, we still in his hands today. So destruction coming to them anyway. They're gonna be put to death, right? Let's read in the NLT. Let's see what the NLT say. Kidnappers must be put to death, whether they are caught in possessions of their victims or have already sold them as slaves. That's pretty good, So man, Esau Edom, man, y'all got a payback coming to y'all. Let's get Revelation. Since we going into that, let's get Revelation 13 and 9. And it reads, if any man have an ear, let him hear. Listen up, right? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Who are the saints? The Israelites, right? So we waiting on that. We waiting on that, that time to come. Ultimately, when Yahweh Shai come back, crack them clouds, and put these devils, we be able to put these devils in captivity, right? Let's get Numbers. Said 35, 33. Oh, no, okay. Slack you for that. I wrote it wrong. I typed it wrong. Slack you. 34 and 33. And it reads, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are. For blood it defileth the land, right? And the land cannot be cleansed for the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So Esau Edom shed the blood of, to the native Indians, Gad, Reuben, even Issachar, right? And Judah too. You had I believe a thing out there, what's that, they have something called the Devil's Punch Bowl that's out there in Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken, right? In Mississippi, I believe. Yeah, you shed the blood, man. And, that's just like an example. You shed our blood, our people's blood. Hey, your blood gonna be shed too, Esau Edom. That's just how it goes, okay? Because you touched the apple of the Lord's eye, man. You touched his people. Let's get from there. Matter of fact, let's get Second Thessalonians. Let's get Second Thessalonians. It's that 1 and 6, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, should be 1 and 6. Here you go. Second Thessalonians 1 and 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh by Shai to recompense tribulations to them that troubled you. Who troubled you? So, these nations, especially Esau Edom. These are Dumians, right? And to you, our trouble rests with us, right? Once frustrated, going through it, hey, rest with the men of the Lord, man. Rest with us. Rest the one that's putting out this truth, starting with our apostles, elders and bishops and brothers on down, and particularly in GMS, and the brothers out there pushing the same exact doctrine as GMS, okay? Come rest with us when the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels, right? Coming back, you know, to get his elect and destroy, taking down our enemies, you know. When the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not Yahweh power and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Okay, so yeah, man, we're gonna give vengeance on our enemies through Yahweh Shai. But we got to wait on, upon the Lord too, Let's get that right quick. That's Zephaniah. It's that 3:8. Therefore wait, therefore wait ye upon me, said Yahweh Shai, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy, right? So, yeah, we have to wait on Yahweh Shai. They're going to take down our enemies, Esau Edom. And you really going to get them in that, in that war out there in Jordan. What's that? Let me see. Let me get that right quick. I don't want to butcher it. Joel, what's that? 3:1. For Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, right? You're gonna take us up out this captivity, right? I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat, right? Meaning Yahweh Shaphat, the Lord's judgment, Yahweh's judgment. See that? And we'll plead with them, right? We'll plead with them, therefore, my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And that plea goes into judgment. He ain't begging, When you see that word plead, that means he's gonna judge. Shapat. When you go into that, shapat meaning plead. It's judgment. You're gonna MF us up, I should say. Okay. Now let's get Ezekiel. Let me see, 35 and 5. It's probably the last one. Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel, right? Esau, Edom, had a perpetual hatred towards Jacob, right? That ain't hard to fathom, okay? Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, right? In their time that they iniquity had an end. See that? Therefore, as I live, said Yahweh Shai power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Said thou hast not hated hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. See that? So yeah, just hey, you love blood, you love sharing our people blood. Well, hey, how about some outside gonna share your blood? Thus said the Bible. Okay, yeah. So yeah, man. And it reminds me of when he says calamity in their time that they iniquity had an end. It makes me I'm thinking about Zechariah, I believe 1:15. Okay, let's see. I thought that was it. Let's see, one. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Okay, Zechariah, I might have typed it wrong. Zechariah 1:15, and I am very so displeased with the heathen that are at ease. You see that? Lord, Yahweh Shai, man, he's displeased with you fucking heathens, beginning with you Edomites, right? For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction, right? He put more hell into our people, onto our people, okay? Let's read it in the NLT. We'll see what the NLT say. Zechariah 1:15 in the NLT. But I am very angry with the other nations that are now enjoying peace and security, you know. They still pretty much doing that right now, but they Esau Edom is shaking up about this, what happened about a week ago with Iran, you know what I'm saying? So, these Esau Edom, this place is done, okay? I'll read it again. But I am very angry with the other nations that are now enjoying peace and security. I was only a little angry with my people, but the nations afflicted harm on them far beyond my intentions. See that? So you damn heathens, man, y'all did more to, you inflicted pain, misery to our people. Okay? So, yeah, man, I just wanted to bring out some precepts going into, these heathens, where they're going to pretty much get revenge. Well, Yahweh Shai going to revenge them clowns. That's what I should say. He going to get his revenge, okay, for messing with his people. So, hey, hope this been edifying to the point. I'm going to say, I'm going to give all praises due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruhawa Karkadash, and double honors again to our apostles at Great Millstone and to the bishops and elders in Connecticut, Until next time, shalom and shalom to the elect.